beautiful homemakers. I'm continuing reading Secrets of Fascinating Womanhood, Chapter 3, Harmony. On Wednesday evening, Angela drove to the Civic Playhouse and parked her car. She looked all around for Amy, but there was no sign of her. So she stood on the footpath outside the building and waited. It was dark, and there was a cold wind blowing. While she waited, a number of women entered the building. 10 minutes went by. Angela looked at her watch. It was already 7:30. She felt cold and very nervous. "I think I'll go home," she thought to herself. There was housework to do, and David had been teasing Tiffany a lot lately. She had reluctantly left them alone together at home. "Is this where the Fascinating Womanhood meeting is being held?" Angela turned, startled. A short, elderly woman in her 70s with gray hair and a kindly face had spoken to her. "Yes, I think so. I'm just waiting for my friend. We were going to go in together." "Well, it starts at 7:30, and that's now. Why don't you come in with me? I'm Elsie," she smiled. "Yes, I think I will. It's so cold out here." They walked through the main door and saw a neat handwritten notice that said, "Fascinating Womanhood, Room 1," and an arrow pointing down the stairway. They walked down the stairs and entered a red-carpeted room. It was pleasantly warm and filled with women of all ages, seated in cream-colored plastic chairs. Some of the women were chatting, but most looked a little nervous. At the front of the room, behind an oblong table, sat 3 well-groomed women. The woman in the middle looked to be in her 60s, the one on the left about Angela's age, 35, and the woman on the right in her 40s. Behind them on the wall was a white writing board. Angela half hoped to see Amy among the women in the room, but she didn't recognize anybody. Elsie, the elderly woman that Angela had come in with, sat in one of the few remaining chairs. Angela saw only 2 empty chairs side by side. They were in the front row. Feeling ill at ease, she walked to the front and sat down in one of the chairs. She placed her purse on the other chair to hold it for Amy if she arrived. The warmth and coziness of the room began to calm Angela's nervousness a little. She studied the 3 women seated behind the table in front of her. Somehow they seemed different, more striking than normal. All 3 were dressed in colorful feminine clothing. The serene-looking older woman in the middle and the younger woman on the left both wore their hair long. Then the 3rd woman on the right, a short, solidly built, confident-looking woman about 45, with shorter hair, stood and motioned for quiet. She smiled pleasantly and spoke. "Ladies, my name is Kitty. Thank you for coming along tonight to hear about Fascinating Womanhood. As you are all probably aware, we are about to start a new course, beginning next Wednesday evening. Let me explain a little more what it's all about. FW teaches you the art, the secrets, call them what you may, of winning a man's deepest, tenderest love. It does this by enabling you to become the kind of woman he can greatly love and respect, and even adore. Your man does not need to know anything about it. In fact, it's far better that he doesn't. It makes you even more mysterious in his eyes, more fascinating, more delightful. Men are not permitted to attend this course," she smiled. "Now why is it that a man often ceases to love and cherish his wife after he marries her? Why? It's because she stops doing the things that aroused his love when they were courting. So how does she reawaken her husband's love and tenderness? Simply by obeying the unchanging feminine laws by which a man's love and tenderness are aroused and sustained. The 10 FW secrets are those timeless laws. Yes, they are old-fashioned, but they work. Truth is always old-fashioned." Angela was so engrossed in what Kitty was saying that she did not notice Amy slip into the chair beside her. "Sorry I'm late, Angie," Amy whispered into Angela's ear, making her jump. "Bill had to work late tonight." Angela was delighted to see her friend and whispered back, "Oh, I'm so glad you're here, Amy." Angela fully relaxed now that Amy was beside her. Kitty continued, "Now I am not saying that our husbands are never at fault or don't make mistakes. Of course they do. But when we women correct our own mistakes and live the fascinating womanhood way, we arouse a wonderful loving response from our men. Even harsh and cold men respond, more than you would ever dream possible. Yes, it's true. You can experience more happiness than you've ever known before. More love, more tenderness, more caring, and you will be more respected as a woman. If you live these 10 laws fully, I can promise you this: your life will become richer, more fulfilling, full of surprises. I know, mine has. When we live the 10 secrets of fascinating womanhood, we awaken masculine instincts in our husbands and feminine instincts in ourselves. Most of us had these natural instincts when we were young girls, but we seem to lose them as we grow older. Or we have them educated out of us by modern ideas on the woman's role. But as we see all around us, these modern ideas aren't working. Everywhere we see failed marriages. Fascinating Womanhood teaches you ancient truths on how to live so as to become fascinating and delightful in the eyes of your man, his ideal woman. The kind of woman he dreams about. The kind of woman who arouses his deepest feelings of love, feelings of tenderness, and most important, of respect. You also learn how to understand men. Men are totally different from us. You will learn how to build their confidence and their self-respect, to bring out their full potential. You've heard the old saying, "Behind every great man there is a great woman." Well, you learn the secret of this, how the two of you can become a powerful team, how you can bring out the very best in each other. You will also then know how to bring out the best in your sons and other men you come into contact with. There are 10 lessons in this course, one for every secret. Secret number 1 teaches us how to minimize our husband's faults and weaknesses. Secret number 2 shows us how to vastly increase his self-confidence and at the same time arouses love and affection for us. This secret is immensely powerful and when applied brings spectacular results. But it doesn't work unless we have applied secret number 1 first. Secret number 3 teaches us how to comfort our man when he's discouraged, and to do it in such a way as to deepen his love for us, the kind of love that endures forever. This secret also shows us how to help him to be more successful in his career and be a better provider. More women find their husband's income increases significantly within 2 years of living this secret of FW. Secret number 4 teaches us how to let go worrying about the finances, to feel secure in our husband's ability to provide for us, and to make sure he fully accepts his masculine responsibility to do so. Secret number 5 teaches us ways to increase our own confidence and to develop serenity and goodness in our personality. Serenity and goodness are qualities men find highly attractive in their wife. They like to be able to put us up on a pedestal and praise us in front of other men. The more we develop these qualities, the more our men will treat us like queens. Secret number 6 helps us to enjoy being a mother and a homemaker, to feel fulfilled and respected for the important work we do in nurturing our children and creating a haven in our homes. This secret brings peace and harmony into our homes. Secret number 7 encourages us to look after our health and enhance our appearance, our hair, our figure, our smile, so that we glow and look attractive to our husband. Secret number 8 reveals natural secrets of feminine dress, charm, and mannerisms that are fascinating, enchanting, and alluring to men. Secret number 9 shows us how to obtain our womanly needs and wants, and in such a way that our husbands enjoy giving them to us and love us even more deeply afterwards. You will be surprised how simple this is. The final law, secret number 10, teaches us how to handle anger, both our own and our husband's, and in such a way as to increase his love for us. Now let me introduce our fascinating womanhood teacher, Harmony. The slim, serene woman of about 65, who had been sitting between the two women, now stood. She was quite tall, and her shoulder-length silver hair was partly gathered up and held with a white bow. She wore an attractive, knee-length yellow dress. Angela was fascinated by her appearance, so unlike the matronly look of most older women. Harmony gave a radiant smile that made her look years younger, and began to speak in a caring, smiling voice. Angela took an instant liking to her. "Does your husband love you with all his heart? Does he feel a tender desire to protect you and shelter you from all harm, from all worries, all difficulties? Does he adore you and praise you in front of other men and women? Does he want to satisfy your every need and desire?" Most women don't feel that men are capable of such love, but believe me, they are. Almost every man can be tender, romantic, and adoring if these passions are awakened in him by a woman. We often awaken these passions in men during courtship, but they die away after marriage. Why is this? It is because, as Kitty just said, we do not continue to arouse them. FW teaches you how to reawaken these passions in your man and fan them into a fire that will burn brightly forever. Are we being selfish in wanting this kind of love? No. Showing tender, romantic love for his wife is a source of great joy to a man. He feels more of a man, more masculine, more manly. You will learn in FW that feeling masculine delights a man. He will also have a stronger desire to succeed in his career, no matter what kind of work he does. Why? Because he has someone he deeply loves to work for, to die for if necessary. He feels fulfilled and content as a man. Fascinating Womanhood is about making our marriage great. We are aiming for the stars. It is a big prize. And there is a price. That price is humility. We need to lay aside our self-righteousness and our feminine pride. We need to realize that many modern ideas, though they sound good in theory, just don't work in practice. Communism is one such example. In Fascinating Womanhood, you learn ancient truths, and because they are true, they work when you apply them. Elsie, the elderly woman who had come in with Angela, hesitantly raised her hand and asked a question. I already have a good marriage. Will this course help me? Yes, it will. It certainly will. Many women believe they already have a happy marriage. But after taking this course and living these 10 secrets, there comes into their relationship a depth of joy and romantic love they never believed possible. I was one of those women. Other women who before learning the secrets of Fascinating Womanhood felt neglected and unloved by their husbands. They are thrilled to see their relationship burst into full blossom. They see their cold, unresponsive husbands mellow and become warm and loving. Even women who have been divorced and lonely for years have reconciled with their husbands and remarried them again. They now enjoy a tender love and companionship they never knew before. I have personally taught women who have experienced this. Women who sat in the very chairs you are sitting in. Angela could feel a tingle of excitement building inside her. Maybe it wasn't too late after all. But then a mental picture of Ted's cold eyes and unsmiling face dispelled her excitement. We women can build or destroy a man. Really, we can. Put sand in a machine and it will wreck it. Put oil in it and it will run smoothly. Fascinating Womanhood gives us oil. If our husband doesn't love us, we feel empty inside. That's just the way we women are. He may buy us a beautiful house. He may give us plenty of money. But if he doesn't love us, there is nothing to make life worthwhile. Years of experience have proven to me beyond all doubt that the laws of FW work. They are truth. Come and discover them. Put them into practice. Then slowly but surely you will see a miracle take place in your marriage. But you must be humble. You must set aside worldly ideas. You must set aside your feminine pride and reawaken your natural femininity. These are natural laws you will learn. God's laws, if you like. That's why they work. They are very different from what the world teaches, so you must be humble and teachable. You must be willing to change old, wrong ways of thinking and doing things. Change yourself, and you can have a great marriage. I stand by that statement with my life. We women hold the key. We women have tremendous power to influence men for good. It's not always easy, but I testify to you, it works. As Harmony spoke these words, Angela's hopes again began to rise. The peaceful feeling that had come over her when she prayed in Tiffany's bedroom last week was returning. Now sitting here on my right is Misty. She has been through a course of FW and is living the secrets. Misty has agreed to briefly share her experience with us. After Misty has spoken, Kitty and I will answer any questions you have and take enrollments for our next course. Misty, and this is a true experience from the files. I feel a woman either wants to make a marriage work or she doesn't. After 10 years, I still want mine to work, so I have tried hard to live FW. I know and believe that FW works. My husband hasn't spoken a cross word to me for months. He comes home earlier than he has in years. In the last 6 months, his earnings have increased each month. He can't seem to do enough for me. I could go on and on. I have never been happier or had a happier family. "Well, what do you think, Angie?" whispered Amy, gazing intently at Angela. "It sounds too good to be true, but I'm excited," said Angela. "It's true, Angie, and it does work," said Amy. "Like the teacher said, it's not always easy. Sometimes you've really got to bite your tongue, and sometimes you blow it. But you get there. I know you can do it, Angie." "Oh, Amy, you're a real friend. Really you are," said Angela, hugging her. "I'm so glad you've come back here to live. I'm going to enroll. And you don't have to come along with me every week. I'll be okay, honest." Amy's eyes moistened, and she squeezed Angela's hand. And that is the end of chapter 3. While you are waiting for the next chapter, go to the playlist on my channel, Beautiful Homemaking, and choose the playlist for Feminine Ways, and begin listening in order to the original 1922 Fascinating Womanhood pamphlets while you wait for each of these chapters to be uploaded. I know it'll benefit you. It benefits every woman who takes them to heart.